Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to you, and how are you? I want to welcome you for today's lesson, which is about active and passive voice. Today we are going to look at the active and passive voice. I think you have ever come across these two words, and I think maybe in grade 8, maybe grade 7, you studied this. So let's again have a look at them. Now, first of all, let's look at the active voice. Active voice is used when the subject does an action, okay, to the object. We use active voice when the subject does an action to an object. You know, sentences normally have the subject and the object. Subject means the doer of the action. Then object is the receiver of the action. So the subject is the doer and the object is the receiver. So when the subject does an action on an object, we use active voice. Now let's have a look at this example. Hassan stole my laptop. Hassan stole my laptop. The subject here is Hassan. He is the doer of the action. Stole, this is the verb, and laptop is the object. So Hassan is the subject, stole is the action verb, and laptop is the object. So Hassan is the subject. Now, even as you can say, he killed a rat. He killed a rat. Where is the subject? Where is the main verb? And where is the object? The subject is he. He is the one who did the action. This is the verb, and this is the object. So the moment you see these sentences like this, whereby the subject does an action on the object, you know that that sentence is in active voice. Now, we come here and look at passive. Passive voice is used when the focus is on the action rather than the subject. The focus is put on the action rather than the subject, which means that the subject is either less important. It's not considered as something that is very important, or we don't know what or who the subject is. So in that case we use passive voice. For example, here there is a sentence in active voice. Hassan stole my laptop. Now to change this one into passive voice, you normally begin with the object. Say, my laptop was stolen by Hassan. So here the main focus is put on the object, not on the subject. Okay? The main focus is put on the object, not the subject. Even if you just don't write this, my laptop was stolen. Here it means you don't know who, you don't know the subject, you don't know who stole the laptop. Okay, so but here still you can put it there. Okay, so that is now in passive voice. We use it when we want to focus mainly on the object rather than the subject. Now, let's look at the rules that we can use when changing active sentences to passive sentences. From active voice to passive voice. You have to follow the rules. What you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. Now, rule number 1, when you are changing active voice to passive voice, you have to know that the structure of the sentence will be reversed in passive. Reverse means the subject and the object will interchange. The subject and the object will interchange. For example, Hassan stole my laptop. Hassan is the subject. Laptop is the object. So when you change this one into passive voice, the laptop, the object will take the place of the subject, and the subject will take the place of the object. And you can, as you can see here, my laptop was stolen by Hassan. So the subject will take the place of the object, and the object will take the place of the subject. So here, the object and the subject will interchange. Another example I can give, there is another example here. He buys a camera. He is the subject. Camera is the object. So when you change this sentence into passive voice, now the object take the place of the subject and the subject take the place of the object. So you begin by the object. A camera is bought by him. A camera is bought by him. So this is now in passive voice. Okay, I hope you have understood my lesson, and the next lesson we shall continue with the rules governing the rules that we use when changing from active voice to passive voice. Assalamu alaikum.